Alright, what's going on, guys? This is Ice from Ground Game, here today with
Isaiah Houston.
And what you do this weekend?
I got first place at Springfield, Massachusetts region.
Oh, nice. What deck were you playing?
I played cats.
Alright, you want to get into the deck profile?
Yeah, let's get into it. Not going to go into too much detail because people should know what a lot of these cards do. 3 Purrely, really good going second to play around books. Black Cat, and then for the other monsters, I played 3 Dro. I feel like it's really good for the format right now. It wasn't too crazy, but it was interesting. I played against mostly branded Chimera decks, so Ash was really good against that deck. Also, I didn't play any Imperm. That might change. I just didn't want to draw Imperm off of my sleepy draws, so I played these. These will definitely change because I still want something, like I didn't play against any Castera. I still want something that's good into Shifter. These were fine when I drew them. That's the monsters. I would definitely still keep these in just because it's really strong. I played for the Purrely cards, My Friend, Sleepy, Pretty. This card was insane all day. Happy, obviously really insane. Delicious. You can play 2 or 3 of these, but I like 3 just because when you need it against like rogue matchups like Rescue Ace or Runics, you can just reveal 3 and know you're gonna get this card, and it puts them on have like a Cosmic or a Destructions out it. And then 1 Trap. I consider playing 2 of this because another card that I'm playing in my deck that I kind of built my deck around a little bit, but I felt like 1 was fine. It only really needed a lot in like the Castera matchup or the Runic matchup. I played against 1 Runic Sprite, so like I kind of play and just try to get to an unaffected Noir. I hold this for the very last thing, so like if they try to deck me out, I have a few cats left in deck. So these were all really good. Obviously wish you could play more of these, but cannot. And then I kind of built the deck around one of my favorite cards. I feel like we finally got a format that this card is pretty good in. So 3 Crossout, it's gaining popularity. We've seen a lot of people citing it. In testing, I just was losing to a lot of hand traps. I was just getting ashed, drilled in certain scenarios when I had like less than optimal hand. So this was just good to stop those hand traps, game 1. And then if they didn't hand trap you, they may have like a book, and then you can kind of cross out the book. So I would continue to main these in the future, but I'll test some more, see if I want to move them to the side, but these are really good. And I played the 3 Book of Moon, pretty standard. And I played the 1 Eclipse, and then 1 of these. I didn't want to play more than 40, but this just kind of gives me a game 1 out, because some decks kind of like main Eclipse. So I didn't just want to auto lose to it. And then there's some matchups like Branded and like 2 Elements, like some rogue matchups where actually having this is better than a book. So like I may side out these and then put in this. And this was just extra card of consistency. I definitely want to make room for talents because some people are playing that. And I want to be able to either draw 2 or take a monster and then or cross it out. That's the main deck.
And you said 40 in the main, right?
40 in the main.
40 in the main.
1 Relinquish Anima, not cutting this card. As long as people keep playing into it, and they typically do, just punish them. Play the generic Link. This might change. I'll probably play the IP into Azalea, but this was really good. The one time I got Contact Seed, I just ignored it and then just continue with my combo. This card, I think I made it like 1 time. I kind of want to cut this card, but we'll see. This card is fine. 1 and 1 was pretty good. Wouldn't play any more of this. This card was really insane all day, these 2. So you might be able to get away, like if you pot banish 1 of these or and just plan to play with 1 and 1, and you can shuffle 1 back with the trap, but these are just really good. You don't want to get into a situation where like Unicorn banishes 1 of these, and then maybe you get shifted for the other one. But a lot of the plays that I do is like going second to break boards, you have Happy, and then you have Pretty to just take a card, and Pretty could be under any Exceed. And then you make a Noir, so obviously you play the Boss Monster Noir, and then you take 2 cards. If you have multiple, you can take up to 3 because it's once per turn per copy. So that's a really strong play. And then 2 Zeus. I see people playing 1. I mean, I don't agree with that. I think it's pretty insane to be able to make another Zeus over Zeus. It didn't come up a lot because a lot of times like you just win the game off of these cards and get into a 5 to 6, 7 mat Noir. But I don't want to get in a situation where this is like banished against Castera, or like I have to make a Zeus without using Downard. There's other card that I played because I don't want to get like hit with like a Book of Moon or any type of card. I just want to have the extra Zeus there, so it's fine. I also want to cut this card too, but we'll see. Everything else is pretty standard. I think like these are the only flex spots that you kind of have, but I think like these is you should play like this or like Fucho. These you can kind of like experiment with what you want to play. And then for the side deck, three crows. Crow over bell only because I haven't tested it a lot against lab, but bell a lot of times gets stopped by lovely. And a lot of times if they do their turn one combo where they set up lovely and they use coup clock, you could just crow the coup clock, and then that means they like it can either chain block the lady or it puts them in a situation where they can't try to get to an EV play. So this was pretty good, and it's better into like the mirror match. They're probably not playing this, they're probably on bell. So it's just another card that can stop Black Cat. This helped me in my tier matchup. It's just a really good card. I like it over bell right now. The card was trash for me, but I understand why people play it. I played against like Sprite Runics, a mirror match, like 4 Chimera decks. They just ignore this card. A lot of times they don't play in 5 summons going first. This is still there for like Cashtera if I would have played any. This is really good against Unchained. So I think this card should still be played, not too crazy depending on your matchups. This card. I mean, this I just wanted in case I play any rescue aces. This is kind of like better than evenly. I do want to play Cosmic, but I just don't know. Just have to really feel like what I'm afraid of, because it's a lot of decks right now. I did play the extra books because I just kind of wanted 9 cards that like are pretty good against cash. Well, have even more with these if you count those, but I just wanted 6 books into the mirror. So I don't really have to rely on like hand traps or anything. I have the cross outs for the mirror. I can cross out the trap. So this is why I didn't play the second trap, because I'm like, going second, I could just cross it out and then do a happy play, which gets me to a 5-man door anyway. These are mandatory to play though if you main the cross out. Your cross out could just be the 5th and the 6th copy of the books, but I played them and they were good. Like against tier elements and branded, it just kind of like shuts off some of the stuff that they do. And then the 1D barrier for cross out, the 3 Solemn Judgment, and just extra going first card to kind of play around any type of power spells.
Okay.
That's pretty much the profile. Shout out to Gamer's Choice. Shout out to all the people that I test with. Shout out to Ground Game, and hopefully more success in the future.
Stand your ground.